region's transformation seems to be accelerating these days, and one of the organizations with its foot on the pedal is the Allegheny Conference on Community Development, which has been working to improve the region's economy and quality of life for the past 72 years. So what's on the horizon in terms of big issues and big plans? Well, Dennis Yablonsky is back with us. He's the CEO of the Allegheny Conference, and welcome, Dennis. Good to have you.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, you know, the region's been doing very well lately by both national and regional benchmarks, beating them all since the Great Recession. So I wonder, you know, what are the challenges? What's the biggest issue in front of us as you look ahead into the new year?
Well, in talking with our members, the overwhelming #1 challenge is a demographic one, changing demographics, and a number of factors there. And what we're trying to do to address that is we're doing a very sophisticated 3, 5, and 10-year demand and supply forecast on where the jobs are going to be 3 and 5 and 10 years from now. We'll be releasing that sometime in the second quarter of this year.
And what happens with that? What do you hope that will help everybody do?
Yeah, the goal there is, first of all, education. We want to educate the businesses about what's changing, particularly the differences versus now. But even more importantly, we want to educate educators. We want to educate students and their families so that people can make intelligent long-term decisions and map out a career that works for them.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing to have great jobs, and we've got 20,000 plus open jobs in the region right now, but you got to get people to them. And you got to get people to the education and training opportunities to make it possible for them to get the jobs. Is there more the region and the conference is doing there?
Yeah, that's probably the #2 factor that we hear about most frequently, and is how do we better connect people to jobs, to education, and to play, and the whole transportation issue. And so we have another potentially transformative initiative going on called the Regional Transportation Alliance, which was formed and launched last year. It involves all 10 counties in the city of Pittsburgh, public and private partnership in the typical way we do things around here. And the end game is simply a regional consensus around a integrated, multimodal, long-term transportation plan that will allow people to get connected in the way they need to be.
You expect that to be rolled out before too long?
Yeah, we've done some crowdsourcing over the past 6 months. We've got hundreds of responses from people on what they think is best. The steering committee is working through the details, and we expect later this year to start unveiling it through various public forums.
Yeah, you know, it's no secret that despite all the success the region has had in recent years, some places have been left behind. And I know you've got the word community, Allegheny Conference on Community Development, in your title. So is this an area the conference is working to address, closing that disparity gap?
It is, and there's no magic wand to solve it overnight, but you got to start working somewhere on problems of these kind. And the first thing we did was a program we called the Strengthening Communities Partnership, where we've identified now 7 communities where we believe there's need, but also where the communities come together and they have a consensus on what they need to do. And our business community does a couple of different things. We've provided them with a small planning grant to help them get started, and that was through the foundations. The businesses themselves are investing up to $500,000 a year over a 6-year period in these targeted areas. And then there's a lot of organizations and our members that are providing in-kind services, all designed to try to really have impact in these places, and it's working quite well.
Yeah, so many communities, though, beyond that are sort of struggling with the overhang of legacy costs, in particular pensions. I know the conference took a run at municipal pension reform last year. Didn't quite happen. Any possibility there?
Yeah, we got in the red zone, so to speak, last year. We got very close with bills at the state level and progress on the municipal level as well. So this year is the year where we're hoping to get it over the goal line and get this done. It's important for state financial structure, but it's also very important for all of our municipalities.
So despite our challenges in demographics and workforce and transportation and the communities that have been left behind, you seem pretty bullish.
I'm very optimistic. I think we're in the best place we've been in my adult lifetime to sustain growth. And I feel that as long as we continue to face up to our challenges, we're going to do just fine.
All right. Dennis Yablonsky, CEO of the Allegheny Conference. Thanks so much.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate it. And we'll be back in a moment with a little bit more of our region's business. Stay with us.